Today I'm starting my chicken pincushion, and it's not a tutorial because I don't fully know what I'm doing, but I will link a proper tutorial in the description if you want to follow that. These scrappy squares are the perfect size for it. Well, I think they're called charm squares. I don't know, I'm not really into quilting. I do want to get into quilting, but it seems intimidating, like making a big quilt, and I wouldn't know what to do with it after. But anyway, first I wanted to plan out the placement of my colours. I wanted it to be, I kind of wanted it to be like a real chicken colour, but it's not really, is it? Chickens aren't blue. But once I was happy with that, I started doodling a plan to help visualise the finished pincushion. I used these friction fibre tip pens, which I didn't even know were a thing until recently, because I've been using friction pens for years, like just the regular ballpoint ones, and these ones are so cute. I love them because if I'm drawing on the fabric, oh my gosh, Tot is going through my fabric. Sorry if you can hear it. I thought I'd change the shape of the comb compared to the original pattern because I like the waviness, and I also wanted to add a wattle, so I made the beak smaller, otherwise they wouldn't both fit. Then once they finished, I added the design onto my project plan on Stash App, which is not a sponsor, but I love that app. You should, if you have loads of fabrics, download it because it helps keep track of all of them, and you can plan all your projects in there. It's amazing. Yay! Now that it's all been planned, I can get started, and I thought I would use free motion embroidery for the comb because I think it would be really awkward, like lifting the foot up and down, turning to get those like tight curves. So I'm just adding some fusible interfacing to help while I sew it. I thought while I had the iron out, I might as well prepare the wattle parts so I can sew them in one go instead of having to go back and forth. You know, I love having a mini iron because before I'd have to get up and go to the ironing board, and it's like up, down. First world problems, but I feel like I have so much quilting equipment, but I don't quilt. Maybe that should be a thing that I start this year as well. But anyway, so I started sewing the comb here with free motion embroidery. And to do this, you need that special foot, which I can link in the description, and just lower the feed dogs. I'm pretty sure it works on like any machine. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's just a good way to add detail. I mean, I don't even know if I've never really used it before to sew pieces together like I'm doing here, but it didn't seem to be an issue, but I don't know if I'd recommend it. But definitely for doing little details, it's very nice. I made this like fish pouch a while ago, and I used it to do all the scales, which made it a lot easier. I'm getting off track. So next I just cut close to the edge. Make sure you really get into those corners because we don't want any puckering. And I usually use my pinking shears, but I couldn't be bothered to get up at the time of recording that. I'm pretty sure I got them right after anyway, yeah. So that was a bit pointless, but yeah, this just makes sure the edges don't fray. And we can turn it out, yay! I used to be so scared of turning things out. I just thought they would break when I'm pushing against the seams, but they seem, they see. Oh gosh, that's so bad. Yeah, it seems to be fine. And it's looking good, it's looking cute. So next I move on to the wattle. I didn't even know what a wattle was before. Well, I knew what it was, I just didn't know what it was called. My sister used to really want chickens when she was younger. I don't know if she's still into them now, but I don't think it would work out because we've got 5 cats in the house. So I don't think they'd be very good friends. We used to have gerbils actually, and they would just sit outside fox guarding the room that we kept them in. Anyway, I used free motion again for the wattle, and I guess I could have just done it normally, but I didn't want to have to change the machine, even though I have to do it now for the beak, which I haven't done. This is like part 1. I'm gonna do the beak in part 2. I'm gonna do it all in part 2. I like to break things up. I never really do everything in one go because I don't have a lot of energy to do that. I'm just preparing the tail here, and I think I prepare the beak in the end. And I was thinking about what project I'd want to do after the pincushion is done, and I saw this good free pattern. I think it was from, I don't want to say where I think it's from because it might be wrong. It could have been from Hello Sewing, but it is like a really nice plain tank top, and it has binding around the neckline and the armholes, so I thought that's a good project for me to learn binding because it really, really, really intimidates me. Oh gosh, it's just, I know I just need to watch some videos and it won't be as hard, but anyway, this is where I'm leaving it off today. Wow, you can see it's coming together.
Bye.